Annex A 5.27, Learning from Information Security Incidents. In life, some of the best lessons come from experience. So this control is all about learning from security incidents to strengthen your organization's future resilience. Again, it's a part of a wider ecosystem of controls related to incident management. So make sure you've also reviewed all the controls from Annex A 5.24, Incident Planning and Preparation, through to Annex A 5.30, ICT Readiness for Business Continuity. So what does this control particularly require? It states that knowledge gained from information security incidents shall be used to strengthen and improve the information security controls. To put it simply, don't waste a good crisis, learn from it. So why is this important? Well, everything in life teaches you lessons if you're willing to learn. This control turns incidents into opportunities to identify vulnerabilities, to improve your controls, to strengthen your response, and enhance your risk management approach. For example, after an incident, you might discover gaps in your team's knowledge or coordination. Fixing these can make you significantly more prepared for the next event, the next incident. So what's the auditor looking for? Well, auditors will want to see evidence that lessons are being learned and acted on. This can include everything from post-incident review reports, root cause analysis, RCAs as they're often referred to, minutes from briefing meetings, corrective action plans or change records, and of course, updated incident or business continuity plans. They'll expect to see clear link between what happened and what changed. So what do you need to do? Well, we recommend approaching this in two parts. For your post-incident review, you're looking at how the incident was managed. Who spoke to who? Did the teams come together quickly enough? Did they have all the right information that they needed once the incident started to unfold? So how was the incident managed? That's your post-incident review. The root cause analysis is deeper than this, and it is looking at what actually happened to make this an incident. Was there a change or a patch that wasn't applied properly from a technology point of view? Did someone send some information to the wrong the wrong client, the wrong customer, thereby exposing some personal data? Root cause analysis looks at why this happened. And the post-incident review is how did the incident unfold? So two different aspects, but both equally important. Now, these should be completed within 1 week of closing an incident. So you need to do this while memories are fresh and details are still accurate. But it's really important just to say that your whole point of the root cause analysis, more than the post-incident review, is not to apportion blame. This is not an opportunity to look for scapegoats. What you're looking for is, how did this happen? What can we do to prevent it from happening again? A good idea when you're running the post-incident review is to ask a number of key questions. So the post-incident review might ask questions like, when was the incident first noticed? How was it escalated? Who was involved in the response? What went well? What didn't go so well? What could we improve? Capture this in a simple Word document or meeting minutes. Any actions identified should be added to your action or change log. The root cause analysis, as I've already said, is not about blame. It's about understanding why this incident occurred. So avoid using phrases like, who sent the email to the wrong address? Instead saying, what processes allow the email to be sent without validation? This prompts a learning culture rather than a blame culture. Sometimes the root cause is deeper than it first appears. For example, an unplanned system change might seem like the root cause, but was it due to a lack of training, poor documentation, or simply pressure from management to implement the change without going through proper due process. Real RCA's, root cause analysis, digs deeper than the surface. In one case, a flood wasn't just caused by abnormal rainfall, it was the result of blocked drains maintained by the council. Only by investigating thoroughly did the client identify the real cause, and then they were able to drive change. So document your RCA, log the findings, and update your risk register if new risks emerge. But what about some of the questions that we get asked in terms of in relation specifically to this control? Well, one of the questions we are asked is how can we conduct an effective RCA? Very simple. It's a meeting. Bring everyone together who was involved in the incident. Use structured approaches like asking the 5 whys. Why did the flood occur? Because water was you had excessive rain and water flooded the site. Or why did it flood the site? Because the drains were blocked. Why were the drains blocked? Because the council had made changes to the local drainage system. So things like that. Emphasize that the goal is understanding, not blame. Be mindful of emotional cues and culture. This is one of those tricky areas where you need someone who understands how to run RCA workshops so that you get to the cause without apportioning blame. Do you need a PIR, post-incident review, and a root cause analysis for every incident? No, not necessarily. For a low impact incidents, you might just record key learnings in the incident log, but use your judgment. There is always something new to learn. There will always be some way that you can improve upon your response the next time around. This isn't a difficult control to implement, but it is emotionally charged and can be culturally challenging. It requires emotional intelligence, communication skills, and persistence. You may need to slow people down when they rather move on and get on to the next day and almost just put the past behind them. But persist in this process because this is where the real growth happens. The final words I would simply say is that incidents are inevitable. Learning is optional. This control encourages you to pause, reflect, and improve, not just your systems, but your culture. If you do it well, every incident becomes a stepping stone to greater resilience and a better business. So there you are. That is the Annex A 5.27, learning from information security incidents. Good luck with it, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.